So we're in Kansas City at the World War I Memorial Museum, the lesser discussed of the two world wars. So we're gonna go check it out. Got in last night, did a little bit of work, hopped on a couple streams, and just kind of went to bed. Been a long season, but a fun season. Normally this is the time of the year when you get reflective, but this is kind of full steam ahead for the Buffs. So I'm looking forward to this game tomorrow in Arrowhead. I've actually never been to Arrowhead Stadium before for a game. I've been to the stadium before. You know, Kansas City and Middle America, man, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's just flat everywhere. Every time you leave Colorado and you go to a place that doesn't have water for me, it's like, oh yeah, okay. When do we go back? So we're here at Arrowhead Stadium, baby. And before I start walking in, I gotta give a big shout out to my man here, Red Lexus. An absolute clutch move, and let me tell you what I mean by this. He threaded the needle between a dumpster and a cop car to pull up on the lawn because I guess anything goes here. It's just absolutely clutch. So he pulled it up through there and he ran up on there. I just got a little clutch spot ski. Let me make sure this car is locked. And see, the funny part about it was I had to roll the window down and compliment the man because when you make a great driving move, I mean, I'm gonna give you your flowers, okay? There was a guy over there that put a full beer in the trash can for some reason. He decided he wasn't done with the beer, and so he put his whole body in the trash can to retrieve the beer. So you know he had to get chirped a little bit. I'm not just gonna pass a guy like that, not chirp. I was like, still good. All of his buddies start cracking up. He's like, no, bro, you know, I didn't know. I said, tighten up, bro. You got your whole ass body in the trash can.
A few mistakes ago, I was in your sights. You got me alone. You found me. You found me. You found me. I guess you didn't care, and I guess I liked that. And when I fell hard, you took a step back without me. Without me. Without me. And he's long gone when he's next to me, and I realize the blame is on me, 'cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in, so shame on me now, blew me to places I've never been, so you put me down, oh, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
It's a phenomenal thing. I don't just think about football. I think about life. So the message to these young men is if God were to grant you every darn thing you needed in life, all the ability, the thought process, the connections, the visuals, and you don't do nothing with it, that's on you. And that's what we are. We control our own destiny, and we fumbled it.
Of course, it's close to the end of the season, and we say that week after week, and we got to do it, you know, so we just got to find and create a strategy going into the last couple games we have left to get that done.
Man, even at the outset of this one, the Buffs were behind the 8-ball. Offense, another slow start. Defense, that was really where the story came down to. Alrighty. Man, that sucks. It was all right there for them. They just let it slip, man. They did not show up tonight. Defensively, they could not get Kansas off the field. They just couldn't. They go down the tunnel that the Chiefs use here. Me and Patrick Mahomes walking down these same stairs. So I think there's a way that they could still potentially make the Big 12 title game, but that doesn't feel right either. We'll see what happens here. I'll tell you what, there's a shitload of banners around here, and deservedly so. Done a lot of winning. Man, it's a tough one. Okay, appreciate you. Kansas didn't even play all that well offensively. It's just Colorado's defense played terrible. I mean, they gave up 520 yards. 520. It's terrible. All right, so now I get to walk back to the car. And that was probably the best part of the day, was the move that the guy pulled in front of me to weasel in between the dumpster and the cop car. That might have been the best part of the whole day. I finally don't have to play where the hell did I park my car because I remember. Couple things on the way out that I was saving for the walk back to the car vlog. On the way out, man, TSA, random security check. I mean, geez, this guy was making himself familiar. Okay, let me just put it that way. Made himself a little too familiar for my taste. I said, buddy, if you get any closer, I'm gonna have to give you a stack of 20s. Looks like right now, probably just 2 more. Probably just the Oklahoma State game and maybe the Alamo Bowl. It's the one place we did not want to go back there. I mean, cool to make a bowl game and certainly good enough to have a season to qualify for it, but shit. Texas. By figuring things out here at the end of the season, Kansas has totally screwed over this conference in a lot of ways. So credit to them. Their fans treated it as a Super Bowl. They treated it as a Super Bowl. CU didn't, but you know, that's the risk you run. I thought we were past that. I thought we were past the point of this team getting beat like that. I think that's probably the most sobering part of this, is that they're not. And it felt like, despite not playing their best football here over the better part of the last month or so, they had more than enough in the tank to be the team that could be the last one standing, but not when you approach a game the way they did today. I had a couple other anecdotes to share. Does it feel like the right time? Doesn't really feel like the right time to me. It doesn't. This one sucks. There's no other way around it. That sucks. Because I think it cost them a chance at the Big 12 title. Man, I had this game read completely wrong, just completely wrong. There's the car in a perfect spot. That ends the regular season portion of the travel. Got a trip to New York still on the schedule for a Heisman Trophy. I don't think that's really in jeopardy. Travis had 125 yards and 2 touchdowns and really was the lone bright spot for the Buffs today, so I don't think you can really say that that isn't wrapped up yet. I did hear Joel Klatt say that CU needs to keep winning for him to win the Heisman. I don't really think that needs to happen. I think he's got that sucker signed, sealed, and delivered already. But I definitely thought Colorado was going to win today, and they definitely didn't show up. So, hey man, it's college football. I'm going to save the anecdotes because it doesn't feel right. You lost. Not a ton to joke about tonight. So look, I appreciate you watching on the vlog, following along all season and subscribing. It means a lot to me for sure. And hopefully there's a lucky horseshoe left here for Colorado and they can find a way to stay in the conversation. But just going by my gut right now, doesn't feel too hot. Matt from Kansas City. We'll talk to you soon.